how's it going? This is Terry Jensen, and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church of Plano, Illinois. Uh, I want to welcome you here to Wednesday's edition of Through the Week. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about something that's kind of interesting and is really practical for the times that we're living in presently. So let's get right on into it. Matthew says that Jesus was talking, and in chapter 6, verse 22 and 24, he writes, "Your eye is like a lamp that provides light for your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is filled with light. But when your eye is unhealthy, your whole body is filled with darkness." When your eye is healthy, that's a really good question. How do we measure health? How do we measure the healthiness of our eyes? And I'm putting this mostly into the context of perspective. Right now, we have a real problem with perspective, don't we? Everyone has their own opinion about what's going on, and perspective in terms of being able to evaluate and discern what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, is being circumvented by things such as uncertainty and fear and anger. So, how dark? I mean, you're first of all, let's just break this down. Your eyes, what you see, how you discern. That's what fills your body with light. Light being that which is good. But if your eyes are full of darkness, I mean, what are you getting in there? Right? Well, Jesus goes on and he talks a little bit more and gives us a little bit greater understanding of what it is he's actually meaning. So let's take a look at this. And if the light you think you have is actually darkness, how deep that darkness is. No one can serve two masters, for if you will hate one and love the other, you will be devoted to one and despise the other. You can't serve God and be enslaved to money. Jesus uses money. He says mammon. But the question is, if your eye is full of darkness, if you are full of darkness, then how deep does that run? Now, I know folks who politically despise Democrats. And for some reason, it doesn't matter what they say, even if it's true, or if it's correct, or if it's a good idea, it doesn't matter. Because according to their perspective, in their opinion, there is nothing good that can come out of a Democrat's mouth. On the other hand, there are those who feel the same way about Republicans and our present president. Nothing. I was talking with somebody yesterday, and as we were talking, the idea of universalism came up. The one thing I understand about universalism is that there is nothing that is universally true except God. When we try to discern and understand what's going on with others, and we try to pinpoint that and say that this is what that individual's saying, this is where that individual's heart lies, we oftentimes come up short. It isn't that we're wrong necessarily, but that we're not 100% correct. And that's the bugaboo, isn't it? Is that we have to make discerning decisions. We have to understand what's going on. We have to have a perspective, each one of us, as we travel along through life. But what is that perspective? If that perspective comes from darkness, if there's hate or, oh, golly, whoa, if there's an evil sneeze lurking about, if there's darkness involved in your perspective and your understanding, how far does that darkness go? And how deeply does it corrupt the truth? Each of us today needs to be reasonable, level-headed, discerning, and we need to be the kind of people who reach out to others. It's an important thing to be understanding and to use wisdom and discernment. But folks, my question is, if within the BLM movement, within the police uh, debate, within schooling debate, within the presidential election, within the two-party system itself, within our country, and all of the problems that we have. The pandemic, is it real? Is it not real? Should I wear a mask? Should I not wear a mask? How uh, how much am I my brother's keeper? That kind of thing. We need to be understanding and reasonable. And to do that, we have to examine ourselves and we have to ask the question, if there's darkness within me, how deep is that darkness? On the flip side, if there is light within me, how do I bring it forth? How do I shed this light to all? So I'm asking you, is there darkness within you? Is there light within you? If there's darkness, how deep is that darkness? If there's light, are you sharing it? Well, think about it. I'm out of here. Catch you later. Bye.